This presentation is really centered around how we develop the player as a player on the field. Does that make sense? Like, and there are a lot of things that go into that, but so we want to maximize player ability and train them in multiple positions. Okay? It's very difficult when a player comes in to me to say, okay, he is a pitcher only. And maybe, and we'll talk about what that is, but so with the ninth graders, we'll talk about that. You got to watch them, man. But you got to be thinking depth. You got to be thinking backup. Well, you know, we've all got our best player, which is either the dude that toes it for you, right? Or the guy at shortstop, maybe the center fielder. They're our best players, right? Well, if they get hurt, what's your plan? So we're going to maximize their abilities, meaning we want our players, when they leave us, to play better and be more productive than they ever imagined they could be. Okay? If we don't get that, one of two things happen. One, we failed them with our plan and our process. Or two, they didn't buy into what we were doing. They didn't put forth the work, effort we believe it takes. We have a very strong culture at Audrey Kell High School through a proud, rich tradition, okay, where there's a deep and unwavering support for one another. That's our mission statement, okay? And our players are required to know that and know what it means. I would encourage you to have a mission statement or values that you build your organization around. But it's a two-position rule where we're always going to train in two positions, primarily at their primary position. So typically, middle infielder, okay, we're gonna train them, or probably in the outfield. They typically run a little better than a corner guy, right? Maybe one of those corner guys you can start training as a ninth grader, as a catcher. Catching, I mean, to me, you tell me, there aren't many, okay? And that's a way to get into a program as a young kid that's got a little athleticism that needs to grow. Start training them there. But really identify what they do. But two players will always train them as a two-position player. Now, if they're a pitcher, to me, one position after that, right? You can start going three, and you may have to do that. And we have some that we do that with. But that is really not the norm. Two positions because of the practice time it takes. They play the game versus being a drill guy. I learned a long time ago, when I first started coaching, and all the stuff I talked to you about that I would send you, the fundamental periods, you know, throwing routines and all that, they're good, and they help develop players. But let's be real here. Like, you know, you can get a guy that looks really, really, really good at a drill, okay? But number one, does it translate to play? If you're not implementing it in a individual group plan to a group, like based, not full team to a team, so it's called the part-whole method. If you're not implementing it that way, where whole means play the game, then you're missing out, I think. So much of what we do now is live. I understand the importance of training and teaching technique, okay? But at some point, it's got to translate to playing the game. And that's one of the spokes in the developmental wheel is the play piece. And I think it's really, really big. So the live is what we will try to do every day, fall, regular season, for sure. The other thing is we're a little different than you all. I don't know how many games you're allowed to play the regular season, but we're 24. So we are always going to do our practice organization 2, which is our live inter-squad, at least one day, maybe 2 days. So if you think about that, we're playing 2 regular season games, and we're inter-squatting 2 more out of our practices. That's really, I mean, now within that, it's truly controlled what we do to develop the players, okay? And again, that was yesterday's topic, but But that's really big for us. We want guys that can make in-game adjustments on their own without me having to say, get deeper in your lift, right? Load. I mean, listen, we're not going to do that. We can't sit behind, my pitching coach, Coach Corn always says, I can't sit behind you during a game they won't allow it, okay? I can't help you. You got to be able to do that on your own. When you can get a player that understands, number one, what it takes to be successful, okay? When it gets out of that feeling, things start to go wrong. They can actually fall back on his training, okay, and correct it on his own, okay? And then we want a blue-collar, gritty guy. Play for us, we say it all the time. You've got to pay the price. And it's not in a bad way, but it's not for everybody. R3Cal baseball is not for everybody. And if you're not willing to truly commit to us, it will never work for you. You will weed yourself out on your own. And you will eventually, I won't have to have the meeting to dismiss you. You'll do it on your own because you'll be miserable. Because of the other people that surround you, you're going to stick out like this with them and they're not going to allow it. Yeah, you've heard it before. When the players care as much as you about what we are and that hat you're wearing or that logo right there, you got it. Okay? Now, understand that culture, player development, they tie in. It starts with me. I'm the guy. So think of it this way. We are absolutely, exactly what I allow. It's that simple. So I don't have a problem when a player's not being productive and sitting him down. That's an easy meeting. Sometimes I don't meet. We are in a world today where everyone needs an explanation. Well, why? Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about that last night. Well, why, Coach? Well, you know, sometimes it doesn't take an explanation. This is what we are. This is who we are. This is how we operate. For example, I had Logan Bigler. He's at UNCW, just graduated. He went to NC State. He was a possible draft pick. The year before, he was in our rotation. He was 90-93. Well, he couldn't throw strikes. And he just couldn't do it. And it got in his head. So I sat down a dude that was 90-93 possible draft pick, NC State signing, because he couldn't throw a damn strike. For a guy that was 80-81 that filled it up. Logan understood that. Logan had no problem with it. I never met with Logan Beeler and said, this is why, Logan. Logan knew it. Logan knew it because of the way we handled him from his 9th grade, the first day I set eyes on him, until he left. And that's what kind of leads into to next. So I have 90% rule, 10%. Connection. Guys, win the kid. Win the kid through connection. Talk to them. How many of you talk to your kids every day? How many of you touch a kid every day? That doesn't have to be, I mean, damn, you know, we're not going to sit down for half an hour and have a kumbaya. But you touch the kids, I have a cheat sheet, I walk around, and I'll mention things totally unrelated to baseball to them. I call it my walkabout. They're correct. And I'll touch all of them. That's my goal. Touch them every single day. Now, when we do meet formally, and I do that a lot, we meet a lot formally with Coach Bagwell, okay? Me and you. So imagine a 14-year-old comes in. I'm going to put eyes on him and meet with him within the first 10 days of our fall stuff. Imagine how nervous he is. Sit down with Coach Bagwell, right? Well, right there is part of what we do, why we do it, how we do it, to teach him how to act independently, teach him how to think, teach him how to communicate with an adult, teach him life skills okay, on how to do those things so he can be successful starting his 9th grade year in the classroom, in the community, representing Laundry Hill baseball, and then when it ends, and we've been fortunate, I've coached, I'm going on my 24th year as head coach. I've had 120 college guys. I've had 3 in the big leagues. I have 2 current big leaguers. Okay, they're great people. I have 7 doctors now. 7. Are you kidding me? That's incredible, right? And every one of them, I would allow to work. Well, most of them would allow to work. There's one that I'd probably say, nah, it's not going to work. But so when we meet, know this, our conversations are about mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brothers, sisters, other family. About your girlfriend, dude. Last time we talked to you, I mean, where are we at? Grades, college plans, etc. I'll send it. It got cut out. I don't know why. I have a questionnaire. Every player they fill out when they get here, right? We all do it. But it's more like you do in a classroom. Tell me about your interests other than baseball. You with me? Tell me about your mom and dad. And another thing I want to know, did your mom and dad play? What sports? What level? Why is that important? I don't know, guys. DNA doesn't lie, man. It really does. If I get a guy, a kid that's 5'7", 120 pounds, soaking wet, dad played professionally for 7 years, mom played volleyball at NC State. Okay, once he matures, he might have a chance to be pretty good. Okay, so anyway, we do that. But our conversations, 90% is right there. Guys, that stuff doesn't lie. I mean, without doing formal data, that's true. 10%. The other parts, yeah, we're going to talk about plans to get better. We're going to communicate our team needs, okay, and we got to sell them. So understand this. Let's take that junior. As a sophomore, was our starting shortstop. A pretty good year. We put him on a plan, he goes off, he works, we watch him during the fall. Well, that second baseman grew a couple inches, just matured, just exploded, stealing, and he kept going, and he's now, that second baseman, he's going to be our shortstop. I got to tell that shortstop starter, the sophomore, that he's not going to play shortstop anymore. Okay? I got to communicate that with him. He's not going to listen to you if he doesn't trust you. Not going to happen. He can give you the yes, yes sir, and he doesn't mean it. The kid, and I make sure when he says yes sir, for whatever, that he totally understands what he's yes sir. Okay? But that is what you have to sell. This is what we're doing, Johnny, and this is a selling piece. This is the role I'm going to have. You're not going to play shortstop, this is why. And I'll let him down easy. I'm not going to say, shit, man, Michael's just better than you do. Suck it up, deal with it. We could go that approach. And I will only if the player, okay, now he's not working as hard, right? Nice power, culture killer, making it about him. Well, I'll address that head on. That'll be another meeting, formal, maybe a week after this meeting, to say, hey, Bo, no, that's not the AK way. We got to fix this, or you won't be here long. You may be a guy that goes from start shortstop to playing somewhere else. You can have that conversation too. But my point is the connection piece, 90% allows that kid to know that coach is doing this because it's important for the team. And they're going to buy into it. Okay? So these are our one-on-one meetings. So at the end of the year, midsummer, early fall, for the return. And that includes the new guys, 9th grade. End of the fall, early preseason, late preseason, early preseason being when we start our stuff, like December 15th, when we can get back on the field. Late meaning we're getting into it right now. We'll start inter squads next week, February 10th-ish, right around there. Mid-regular season, and then I'm obviously open door anytime now. you know, here I am. Let's talk anytime, and we get a lot of that. And what I'm proud of is a lot of that's not related to what we get there. A lot of that's.
When would you schedule these meetings?
Yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, absolutely. But a lot of that, the conversation is about mom and dad having problems. Just want to talk, man. And that's good. That's good. That's good people stuff right there to me. Because you're winning a kid when you can bring in stuff like that. So at the end of the season, we create, and again, it got cut out, Joey. I knew I messed up when you did not put this together, Coach Robbins. But we have a postseason questionnaire. Okay, about 10 questions. Joey, I think you probably used it in India.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've edited it to make it better, obviously. But it's a get real type of, here it is. Now, you know, what were your goals? How did you do? That type of stuff. Where do you need the most improvement? This is, I want their feedback. Okay, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where do you see yourself next year with us? Things like that. Why didn't we accomplish our team goals? Or why didn't, or how did we accomplish? And what part did you have to play in it? Who, as your teammate, is the laziest player? Oh, yeah. And you'd be amazed at guys to a T. Now, when that player comes in, guess what that conversation is? Hey, Bob, you are voted the laziest teammate. Oh, yeah. And sometimes, because they're buddies, right? In the locker room, I got to talk about that shit. You the laziest dudes, man, and they all called your ass out. Just saying. So, that's at the end of the year. We're going to send them off with a plan for the summer. And that's later in this presentation. Okay? For the seniors, I've changed that a little bit, Joey. I bring them all in together. We have a little pizza party, we do some other stuff. It's a celebration for us. I get feedback from them. Their stuff, it's geared around successes, going to college. We celebrate that. Okay? So with them, I just don't, the time-wise, I don't have time to meet with them during that time at the end of the year, Jack. I get the seniors another time as a group. But so I'm handling, you take them away, 36 meetings, probably. So midsummer, they're going to come to me. They're going to come in. We're just going to talk about how the plan's going. Okay. How's that slider going? Did you know you were 3/4, right? So it's really hard to throw a breaking ball there. We worked slider the last month of the season. How's that going? You know, we're not throwing that breaking ball. How's that going? How about change-up command? Is your coach, who I communicate with, allowing you to do it? So here's the hard part when we get to that. As I know, man, I get it. I coach our guys hopefully 35 games. Shit, man. They're with other organizations and coaches. I'm coaching double that in the summer and fall. Right? So there's a battle there. You know, there's nothing against summer and fall. But you got to buy into it. And you got to know it's here and it's not going anywhere. Okay? But that's why I check up on them. That's why I communicate with the coaches. Get the play for them. Make sure that, first of all, let's just use a 9th grader as an example. 9th graders that come in to our program are not going to throw a breaking ball, man. I don't care. They're not going to do it unless they're going to pitch competitively on the varsity where he needs to have this stuff, right? And that's very rare. To be honest. You get a 9th grader, it's one of your dudes. If you do that early and he's not ready, you might hurt his development. Okay? You can damage him. That's why, like major leagues, they don't just bring him right up. They got to immerse him, man. Right? So, but then I got to throw a break because they're going to learn, first of all, how to throw a fastball for a strike. Period. A 4-seam fastball. Split the plate. And then once you're able to do that, we're going to move you around a little bit, give you a 2-seamer so we can get a little sink arm side. 4-seamer away. That's typically what we do unless we're going to elevate it. They're going to have to show me they can do that. Then we'll show them a changeup. Only after they've passed that test, guys. Or they're going to throw fastballs the whole damn summer. Then we're going to teach them a changeup. They're going to pitch with that competitively in our program. They're going to have 2 pitches. Now, at the end of their 9th grade year, we call it breaking ball camp. Coach Corn and I, me, and the staff, we talked about it yesterday. Is Johnny capable of throwing a breaking ball? If it's no, guess what, Johnny? We're going to pick back up with you next fall. You stay fastball changeup this summer. Simple. Simple plan. But yeah, Larry and Joe and Devin, yeah, they can. So we spend the last week teaching them how to do that breaking ball development leading into, after their season's over, like varsity goes longer, we hold them over to teach them that stuff. And we'll bring them in 3 or 4 times so Coach Corn really spend time with them. And then they go out and we give them a certain amount they can throw during the summer. We'll check up with them midsummer. Certainly when they get early fall, we'll sit down with them again. And that's the how did the summer go? Where are we, like I was talking about, moving forward. It's what we're going to do. We got to train you at corner now, okay? Or look, the silly left, we don't have a lot of depth of catcher. You're our best athlete. Every other day, you got to report the catcher. We'll build the depth. And then, so early fall, to answer your question, Jack, early fall is right when we get back, September 1-ish. End of the fall is right going into November, where we get our really heavy lift period. Early preseason, as I said, January, late February, and then hope that makes sense. So let me move on, because I'm falling behind. So at the end of the regular season, as a staff, we're going to identify team needs. For next season, we're going to create early depth charts. Usually the day after the season, guys, I don't know, man. I guess I'm crazy. I mean, I am a little bit, but the day after, I'm already planning for next year. That's just the way I'm wired. I'm not even saying it's healthy. I have no idea, but that's just what I do. And I'll put that together, and as a staff, we're going to sit down. I mean, Coach Robinson knows. He worked for him. Unbelievable. But he knows what it takes as far as communication. We're going to do that to look for next year. Returning players. We're going to talk about each player. Okay? Before I meet with them, and then they're going to get the questionnaire and the summer developmental plan. Then the summer meeting says, returning players. Had to go. Player feedback is critical. Okay. New players, 9th grade, move-ins, get to know. Team meeting. Got to have a hook, man. What do they say? 10, 12 seconds, and shit, it's already going out of there, right? Like, they forget what you're saying after 10 seconds. Holy smokes. You got to break it up, have fun, make jokes. I have fun in meetings. Joey, I've lightened up a lot. Coach Robinson's sitting over there going, yeah, right, man. But hey, it's the day and time we're in, man. Like, we're either going to adapt to it, or it's going to pass us by. And I bet, look, I'm 52 years old. I've been doing this a long time. You've got to. My practice plans have adapted to it, okay? I mean, we were now, like, getting off topic, but now we're going to spend 5 minutes, boom, we're going to something else, 5 minutes, but we're going to change it up, man. Now they come in, instead of pitching defense first, shit, we're hitting first. Hey, got their attention. So anyway, new player emergence. So rules and expectations. We spend 2 full days during that time with returning players, new players, move-ins, everybody together, explaining who we are and what we're about. And I involve the guys that have been in it, which makes sense. So I will pair 9th grade with an 11th grade, 10th with 12th. And they're mentors. And then into the fall, I'll flip it around. Give them somebody new. And before regular season starts, the idea is everybody knows everybody pretty well. It's not, hey, dude, right? It's everybody knows everybody. That's been huge for us. And it truly allows that 9th grader to feel special, like he is. And I'll tell you, kids are going to be kids. But in our program, that senior is going to carry that 9th grader's back. Not going to be the other way around. That junior is not going to tell that 9th grader to pick up that trash. He's going to show him. Okay? And if that ninth grader walks by that trash, that sophomore's going to grab him and go, hey man, no biggie, but this is what you do with trash around here. Okay? Huge. That's impactful. Right? And if you think about that, we're teaching them discipline. Discipline is not what I do to you. And we talk about it. Discipline is what I do for you. So you can actually sit in class and focus on the teacher and listen to what he or she's telling you. So now you got a chance academically, you understand how to manage your time a little better to do well. You understand how important it is. Then you got a chance, man. So if you're practicing in part of our meeting, how we talk about it, what we do, it's centered around that. See, I just don't think you can come to practice and go, okay, now I'm going to be disciplined because Coach Bagwell demands it. That's bullshit. All right? It's got to be your everyday and how you do it. We'll talk about, do you make your bed? If not, start doing it. It's going to give you purpose. Do you pack your stuff the night before practice, before you come to school, or the day of? If not, this is a good thing to do. Okay, but what that's doing, guys, that's helping us on the field. So when we get in that pressure situation, state championship, 6-6 game, game 3, baby, we're not going to miss that sign because it's not going to be going too fast for you. We got it, we got it. We got this shit. Okay? Sorry about the language. I just get, and it really, truly, if it's offending you, I apologize. But I give them a packet. And in that packet, and I certainly couldn't put, because it's a lot, we show our tradition and our championships. We define it, our big leagues. Well, here, like, this is what you're getting into, dude. Like, this is not a club or an activity. This is our way of life. Once you've gotten everything else straight, or you probably don't need to be here. Okay? So during that time, we strategically go over it, and it's not a quick deal. We spend a lot of time setting them up for what we do. Okay? And that includes, we have a clubhouse before. We built it. That includes how to organize your locker. There's a certain way we're going to do it, guys. And if it's not that way, if your locker's not that way, once you've been taught, once you've been shown, I'm not going to have any patience, am I, Joey? I'm going to take their stuff, we'll walk it out to the mountain, put it on top of the mountain, and we're going to start practicing. The players will come out, they'll be like, whoa, Coach Bagwell had to put somebody's stuff in there. And then it's like, okay, whose stuff is this? Own it. Whose is it? It'd be amazing how many people just give you equipment. But sure enough, yeah, go get it. That's right. Now see Coach Blyweiss after practice for condition. Because he didn't know how to do a lot of respect. Doesn't take doing that a lot. But they will be on. Okay. So with that, that's just one way. Position player assessment. Okay. Now getting into kind of the physical part. So strengths and weaknesses. Running speed. We do 60 right on the first. We time it. I didn't do this as much, Coach Robinson, when you were with us, but now in practice we time it, we post it. On the turn through. We're going to post it every day. Who ran what? What'd you do? Here it is, man. We're going to post it. Fielding ability, actions, range, and quickness. You know, these are, as we're looking at these players when they come in, what we're looking for. Throwing, arm strength, stroke, accuracy. Are we going to train them to pitch? More than likely, yes. I don't think you can have too many. Yesterday I went over, he's our 1 and 3 guy. Okay? So that means in practice, every third day, that guy that I just saw thrown over here with our JVs, the rest of them, and I saw a little carry on the ball, that's a guy right there we're going to look at on the mound. And we'll bring him in every third day and see what we got. If we're liking it, we're going to increase that. We're going to build that pitcher starting then. Hit for power, I don't think it matters at all. I think hitting home runs overrated, guys. I just do. I think if you're trying to do it and you're thinking about it, you're going to screw up a lot of stuff. Yesterday, we talked about drills and offensive philosophy and things like that. If you're trying to hit a home run, you can throw all that out the window. Okay, I think it's a very overrated deal. We've never hit a lot of home runs. Now, we have one player as a sophomore hit 19 and led the country. So we've had some that hit some. Okay, he was pretty good, yeah, not too bad. Now, you also heard my offensive philosophy speech yesterday. If he bunted, I kicked his ass, by the way. I'm just saying. Hitting ability, I think matters most. How's he handling the bat? Does he look the part? And I think that matters. I do work, I used to work with Billy Godwin with the Yankees, and he'd send me out to see a guy. And that was big for me, just the actions, right? And what's he look like? How does he take? Things like that. That to me is very important with hitting ability. And does he make contact? Is he a swing and miss guy? Okay. Does the barrel find the ball? There was a question yesterday to me. I thought it was a great question. You got a guy, open stance, big leg kick, but he hits. What are you going to do with that? What do you mean? What do you mean, what am I going to do with that? I'm going to leave that alone. But I'm not going to get fooled from watching him in the cage. We can all look sweet in the cage, guys. Right? We can all look good off the tee. Right or wrong? Sure. But let's put him in his live air squad. Let's see how that plays now with some B-low. Probably not going to play as much, but if it plays, I'm not touching it, guys. I'll let it go. Because you can get caught up in it looking good, and now the kid that can hit that way his whole life. It looks real good, but now he can't hit it. We're going to look at athleticism, instincts, desire, and hustle. I think you can measure all of it by watching him play. Instincts. Oh, we're putting you in the outfield. You never played it, who cares? Do you understand the game? If you're not in backup position, you don't really know the game because your instincts may not be as good. Desire, measure that every day, right? You got those kids that just bust their hump. We want all of ours to bust their hump. Some do it more than others. We point out the ones that bust their hump, and we say their name every day, and that raises the level for us. Hustle, that's an absolute with us. If you don't do that, you're probably better off joining the science club, something like that. Position player assessments. And if you're a science teacher, that's no offense. I think science is great. Do his abilities play out? Does he play better than his abilities dictate? Okay. Does he or how do players react in game situations and pressure? Yeah, we're measuring, we're watching. Do his abilities play out? So what that means is you got the 6'6" guy. I'm not even. Okay? But he can't hit. Okay? And he hit okay, let's say that. But we're going to play with center field. Well, he didn't have it. He didn't know how to approach a ball. He sees a ball hit, he's late on it, he takes bad angles. His abilities. Sometimes you can get too caught up in these tools where they don't play. Okay? So anyway, how do they respond to individual coaching? That's big. Is it the that guy? What? That guy. Like either he thinks he's got it all figured out. That's not going to work for us. If a kid thinks he's got it, look at what y'all are doing right now. You don't have it all figured out. I go to 2 conventions a year. I don't have it all figured out. So you get a 15-year-old that thinks he's got it all figured out. He's lost his mind. But how does he respond to it? Is he in or is he halfway in? Because if you're trying to make a change, it's going to be hard to do if he's not buying into it. And dad or mom are telling him something different, right? Okay? And what is their level of commitment? What truly is it? Is it just an activity? You're not going to get deep commitment that way, in my opinion. Any questions? Go for it. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but that's just what I do. So what positions? New position. Must sell and always train 2 positions. 2-way players, how to handle them. Okay. We talked about our practice. We average 20 to 23 guys in our bullpens every day from 9th to 12th grade. Working something. Looks like a Chinese fire drill. It's really not. It's got a lot going on. It's very intentional of what we're doing. But, again, why not train them? Why not throw them in to see if they develop? Do not look at a 9th grader and say there's no way he can pitch. You might be able for a few of them, right? big believer in this. If you can't throw and catch as a ninth grader, you'll never play. Maybe I'm wrong. Right? I don't care. If you can't throw and catch, guys, you're not going to keep that guy. I mean, I'm not. No way. But again, can he pitch? We're hoping so. Or, man, he's an athlete. We're short catching. We always are. I'm sure you are. You'll have maybe some years where you got depth. We'll never have depth catching. We'll build it starting right here. And then you got to coach really, really, really hard. And the new players. Okay? This is key to me. Watch first. Just watch what they're doing. Don't jump in. This is and you know what? If you jump in the first day, I need to know how you do that. Why? But to me, you got to watch what they do to get a picture of the player. What he brings, what are his strengths, weaknesses, what's he bringing? You know, what does he do well? Okay. He can really throw the ball. Struggle swinging. Never going to hit the power. So what? I don't care. Instincts are, well, you know, not bad, but when we play, he's always getting hit. Right? He's laying out. That's the guy I want. Remember, the first piece was being gritty, right? Pitcher assessment. All right. That's Trent, by the way, for him, who played for us. I couldn't get in that position if you paid me $1 million right now. Okay, he pitched in the major leagues, made his debut for us last year. We're really proud of Trent and what he accomplished. No, I didn't teach him that delivery. It's the same delivery he had in high school. And the people who coached him after me and our staff was smart enough to leave him alone. And again, that's his way. How many of you have watched Alex Wood pitch? Played with you. Okay. Yep. Just signed with the Dodgers. Now, Alex, here's the deal. Watch him. Dodgers this year. He's going to strike. He's going to come back uphill. Now you're going, what? He's going to land and back up after he lands. Recoil that way. Not toward the plate, this way. Now, of course, we saw that the first time we watched. Okay? We had a staff meeting. Said, anybody says anything to him, you're fired. Don't come back. We're not going to touch this kid. Now we're going to teach him routine. Okay? We're going to give him a good plan. We're going to call pitches for him that work to his strength, because this guy right here is deceptive. He hides the ball, and he's got command. Okay? And we never touch him. University of Georgia didn't touch him. Clemson didn't want him. Jack and I talk all the time. Jack's a good friend. Jack didn't think he was athletic enough. I got you, Jack. I got you. But they went down to Clemson. He got the ball in 7 minutes, shut him out. I know that. And I was just like, maybe I'm not good enough, but I really like playing at Georgia. That's no knock on Jack. College coaches, sometimes they miss. Jack missed on that. It happened. Alice has flat feet. So when he walks, you go, man, that kid, he's the best PFP guy we've ever had. Get him under a basket and jump up and just dunk it like that. Okay? So, away from that, I got off again, but how much time, Jack? 5 minutes?
5 minutes. Yeah.
Mechanics. We're going to look at balance, arm stroke. Arm stroke, watch them in the outfield when they're getting loose. That's their natural arm stroke. Just watch. Okay, and you can tell right then if you got a guy that might be able to pitch for you, to me. But arm stroke starts here, and it ends there. Right? That's the whole thing. We're going to watch that. A few things like, again, okay, if he's coming out, if we get a guy like that hooks there, that is a problem down the road. To me, just from watching. Now, are we going to change that guy? Maybe, if it's excessive like that. We might lock him in there a little more so he can't do that. Okay? But we're not going to change the stroke, the natural stroke of his arm. Usually, a guy that comes out short to me, you just got to make sure his lever here is matching it. Like we don't want short here, long there. Make sense? Or the long here, short there. Doesn't work to us. Direction. Okay, straddle line, that's important, guys, obviously. But how they land to me is not as important. I think it's overrated. So ideally, you may want to land close, right? So for a right-handed pitcher, toe pointed toward the right-handed batter's box, right? Would we say generally that? Lefty the same way? Would everybody agree with that? That's pretty good, right? Is that an absolute? Absolutely not. I don't think. I think alignment's more important. If you got a guy that lands open, and he's back, and he's down through the ball, why would you make him do that? His body might not allow him to land that way. I mean, I could pull up 5 big leaguers that land that way, but none of them are glove side off line. None of them. Either way, that doesn't work. Okay, for some reason, the lefties are going to be over midline a little more. You ever notice that? Watch them. They are. Don't mess with them. They're okay, especially if they're getting through it. What are the flaws? Can we fix it? Do we need to fix it? That's big, man. Do we really need to fix it? We didn't need to fix Alex, did we? I never touched that one. No way, man. Now, some coaches might say, well, I don't know, your hands are outside your ears, you know, whatever. I don't know. Geez. Spin rate, by the way, #1 in MLB, 3,400 or something. That means it's nasty. And that's why he's there. Does velocity matter? To me, no. Now, is it a good tool? Oh, gosh, right? So if you don't have velocity, you better have command or deception. We're going to look for that when these guys throw. You've run into him, that 80-mile-an-hour guy. You look up in the 5th, 6th inning, he's shutting you out. It's because he's deceptive. And he locates. That's that guy. That's the guy, because that's the guy we have, right? When we get the 90 guy, the dude, let's go, man. But don't mess the dude up. What I'm saying. Can he command a 4-seam fastball? If not, guess what? That's all he's going to throw. Secondary pitches, change up, differentials, gun, you know, you need to speed up a little bit, whatever. 9th grade players, no breaking balls, we went over that. How's his stuff, movement, sync, life, deception? Does he get outs, man? That's the bottom line. So if you got a kid, new, young, right, you like him, you put him in that situation, does he get outs? Doesn't matter how it looks, guys. Is it working? Right? We want to win, right? You're going to put the pretty dude up there that's 92, that you can't command it, or the dude that's 80 that wins the game. Okay? Malpresence. Does he compete? If you don't compete for us, you'll be exposed. Out. And you're not going to be able to play for us. You got to compete, man. But on the mound, most of the time, let's be honest, most of the time, you're not pitching with your best stuff. You're just not. You know, when you got your best stuff, that's when it's special, right? The guys will tell you that. They communicate that with us because we do a pitcher questionnaire after your game. And they'll tell you how they felt before. It's about 12 questions. They bring it in post-start. We go over it with them. It gives us an idea of, okay, where's his head? Like, he's actually thinking he commanded his fastball last night, but he walked 6 guys. And he thought he held runners well, but they got 4 bags on him, right? So, anyway, they got to compete because that will get, when they don't have the best stuff to us, that'll get them through the game. We're going to train in this. Am I out of time, Jack? 1 minute. See it happen again. Everything is installed for us by the end of the fall. So position players, defensive concepts, individual, group, team, part, whole method, throwing, positional, progressional drills, offense concepts, hitting drills. What does he need? Must be individualized. You come to us in the fall, arcade stuff, we got 5 guys doing 5 totally different things. Why would I have a guy that's real good at doing something? He doesn't need this drill. He needs to work on that. Why wouldn't I have him work on what he needs to you? Most of us teach. You're going to give homework. You should be giving the homework they need to improve, right? Not just something that's repetitive they're good at, to me. Base running. That's usually awful. Is it not?
Yes.
Oh, it's awful. And no knock against the middle school coaches, the rec league coaches, or whoever, but they don't teach base running now. But when you leave us, I promise you'll be a really good base runner because that's a big part of our offense. if you listened yesterday. But that is a process there that'll drive you crazy. Goal, pictures, one focus at a time. What drills? We got a lot of those we'll use. Well, I tell you what, we used to have a lot. Coach Corn does not like the drill piece. He likes to stand with them when they throw with the capable ones and teach them as they're throwing how to make adjustments. But can we fix arm stroke, direction, land throw timing? One of the most important things we think is when that front foot lands is the elbow up. If it's down, you're going to have command issues. So we look, when he lands, where's his elbow? Not the ball. Ball could be right here. That's where we want it. We don't want the ball back here, do we, guys? That's that drill, right? Ball's going to be right there. Look at that angle. Right here. Boom. Land throw timing. Finish. Holding runners, our system, communication, we're getting all this in. Fielding position, backup responsibilities, all of that is in. And then, here we go, train, install your system, early preseason goals, January, February, late preseason, and then that's it. So, and I don't even know, let's see here. Oh, these are our goals going in. I think it's important. We want to bond our loyalty to one another as a team. We've got to protect what we have. It's for us, by us, about us. We want them to have a complete understanding of the importance of team development for this time of the year. We want the arm feeling really good. Okay, this is like y'all start winning. This week, here's what you want. You want healthy players, strong, feeling good, right? They're on their throwing program you started, and they're working through that, but they're feeling real good. I get it. Obviously, we want to continue improving our skill set and our weaknesses. Roles are not defined, but they're taking shape. All communications installed, offense, defense, pitching philosophies. And I did Andy again, 2 + 2, that's big. Guys, we coach the ever living out of them when we get them, every day. Practice organization and expectations are understood, same as the regular season. We've gone over all this before we start our day one. And there's 100% belief in one another and why we are busting our humps. And then that makes the regular season to me where you can just play, right? We're going to coach, but to me the off season is critically important to set you up for your regular season success. I know I'm out of time. I appreciate you listening. I hope you got a little bit out of it. Again, I encourage you to email me. I will send you anything I have. Okay, it's stuff that I stole, guaranteed. But once again, thanks for having me. Eddie, very much appreciate it. Art, thank you.